Do you enjoy constantly harassing random enemies with your alpha, gamma, and special action? Are you coping because you still don't have Aizawa somehow? Are you edgy? Then Hitoshi Shinso is the character for you. Shinso is one of those characters in Ultra Rumble who look weird at first glance, but once you understand his kit and playstyle, he becomes one of the most annoying characters in the game to deal with. So in this guide, I'll break down how Shinso works, what each of his quirk skills are used for, his leveling order, how to fight in certain situations, and some of the biggest mistakes you need to avoid if you're trying to learn the character. Before we even get into the specifics of his kit, we need to talk about Shinso's playstyle and role on the team. I would classify him as a duelist disruptor type of character. Shinso's main game plan is picking off certain targets during a team fight to disrupt the enemy team. His whole thing is making the team fights as inconvenient for the enemy team as possible. Shinso isn't a pure brawler character like Mount Lady, Kirishima, or Kendo. He's similar to Aizawa in a way that you're going to want to pick certain targets to disrupt their inconvenience. Target selection just comes with time, but I'll get into it very briefly later in the video. You're going to want to poke people, interrupt their movement, and punish players who are panicking and running away. Shinso is also very good at one-on-one situations since most of his moves work best on one target at a time. Binding Cloth Crushing Strike sends out a binding cloth to restrain the opponent that slams them down. If you press the button again while the enemy is restrained, you will slam them down immediately instead of waiting for the move to go off by itself. This is Shinso's main tool for opening confrontations or to catch people. For people just starting out with Shinso, don't overcomplicate it. If someone is running away or moving predictably in any way, this is the move you want to rely on. Use his alpha with caution as he only has 3 uses of it at level 1, 4 uses starting at level 4, and 5 uses at level 9. The Skyrim version of Shinso's beta is his main mobility option. You fire a binding cloth and leap into the air, swinging around Spider-Man style. You can use it to take height, reposition, chase someone down, or get yourself out of a bad spot. If you hold down the button, you'll get Binding Cloth Sky Chaos. Long story short, he turns into a Beyblade. For the starter guide, the main thing you need to know is that this is your main damage source from combos and if you're surrounded by more than one opponent. Brainwashing is the move that really sells Shinso as a disruption character. The Gamma by itself does no damage. The value comes from how it messes with the enemy's ability to play normally. When the Gamma hits, the opponent gets brainwashed. Their movement speed is slowed down and it becomes harder to tell enemies from your allies. So for newer Shinso players, think of it as your Chaos button. You use it to make fights even harder for your enemies to navigate. You'll mainly want to use the Gamma on grouped up enemies or messy team fights. It's not about getting damage, it's about making the enemies panic or hesitate. Shinso's special action, Persona Chords, is probably the main reason you feel so unique compared to the rest of the characters. Shinso projects a loud voice in the direction you're aiming at, and if it hits someone, it stuns the enemy and drops 2 of their highest valued items. You can also press the button again to direct the stunned enemy in said direction. This move is very strong when you catch an enemy trying to revive or catching someone running away. You can also use this when your teammates are down and you need to grab a revive card really quick. Not to mention this move also has great combo potential with certain characters. So if Shinso's alpha is your catch tool, beta is your main positioning tool, and the gamma is your tool for disruption, then Persona Chords is your control tool. When it comes to leveling order, I'll keep it brief. For starters, I recommend just going top to bottom, alpha, beta, and then gamma. Since his alpha only has 3 charges, you're going to want to get it to level 9 as fast as possible. His beta at levels 4 and 9 get increased reload speeds and damage, so while it doesn't increase the size of the move, the faster reload speeds will help you. His gamma has the least priority of the 3 since most of the time you're going to be close to the enemies you're stunning, and you're rarely going to use it in combos. These are just a few basic combos I made with Shinso. If a more advanced guide does come out, I can display some more combos I've made. As stated earlier, Shinso is a duelist type character who likes to take 1v1s and catch people at the wrong time. He likes to disrupt whatever the enemy team has going on, select the target, and secure the win for the team. The easiest way to think about Shinso for the beginner is that he's a whiff punisher. He's definitely an opportunist at his core and can compete with characters like Aizawa and Strike Kendo as the best duelist character in the game. In the early game, your main goal is to loot, stay near your team, and avoid forcing bad fights until your moves are leveled up. Shinso is more reliable once his cooldowns and skills are leveled up, so don't feel like you have to fight immediately. early. In the mid game, this is where Shinso starts to become annoying. Play around your team, look for isolated players, interrupt people trying to escape, and use your abilities to make fights messier for the team. You can start to play more aggressively around this time, but I would still be cautious to play around the team. If you do see a street opponent, you could sneak them like Yuta and get a free kill off. Now the late game is where things get crazy. Towards the end of the game, there tends to be a lot of teams, and players often default to falling into chaos and fighting everyone. This is especially true in ranked matches. While playing Shinso, you'll still want to play patiently. Don't waste all of your mobility or your other moves. And look for off-guard players to secure down for your team, whether it be an enemy healing, finishing an opponent, or straying from the team. Shinso excels at punishing people while they're in a panic. Shinso is one of the few characters in the game who is very versatile when it comes to tuning. Tunings depend a lot on what costumes and characters you own, along with how much of the unlock keys and tuning level slots you have. Some of his best general tunings are Space Hop, Muscle Form, GP or HP Sucker, or Hyper Regeneration. If you want a more aggressive build, run Hyper Regen, GP, HP Sucker, or even Electrification in some cases. Revenge Strike, Muscle Form, and Revenge Technical can also help you stay in the fights for longer. If you want something more movement based, you can run Space Hop, Wall Runner, Revenge Rapid, or Spiraling Leap. If you want tunings to increase Shinso's survivability, Willpower, Revenge Assault, Critical Permeation, and Revenge Support will help you out. Since you can weave melees into his combos, tunings like Acceleration, Iron Fist, and Embrittlement can also work very well. So as you can see, you can run many tunings on this guy depending on your playstyle. For a beginner Shinso guy, don't stress too hard about making the perfect build. Once you're more comfortable with the character, then you can start experimenting. And with that, thank you guys for watching. This video was going to come out a long time ago, but I took a short break from the game. Shinso is very versatile, and I trust in you guys to craft your own playstyles with this character. The next video was supposed to be a Persona video coming out on next Sunday, but I'm going to be pushing the video back. This way it gives me more time to flesh out my thoughts, as this video is very special to me. Let me know in the comments what characters you want a guide on. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.